Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Brief, a place where fear porn does not exist and relevant information does, so you can make decisions. Getting right into it. Well, let's see. Number one, escalation of Ukrainian-Russian conflict with failed peace talks. So basically on December 3rd, there were high-level U.S.-Russian negotiations in Moscow between Putin and the special envoy, and it basically collapsed without progress on a peace plan for Ukraine, with Putin actually rejecting European adjustments and accusing the West of blocking resolution. Now, Russia reiterated demands for Ukrainian territorial concerns, while a recent Russian missile strike on Donpro killed 4 and injured over 40. We talked about that yesterday. Now, why is this important to preppers? This stalemate signals prolonged global insecurity and instability and a potential for a broader NATO-Russian confrontation, including escalated cyber threats, supply chain disruptions, or even tactical nuclear risks. And I'm not saying that at a point. If you know about the Russians and their policy on the use of nuclear weapons to defend the homeland, or if they feel that they're getting their asses kicked, then you understand what I'm saying, because that's how they do things. Preppers should be prioritizing some robust communications, things like ham radios maybe, diversify food and water stockpiles for extended shortages and off-grid power sources, as ongoing warfare could trigger energy crisis or refugee waves affecting global markets. The bottom line in that particular situation is that if things kick off over there, and I'm not saying that they will, is that there will be a ripple effect that will have reached the United States in some way, shape, or form. At the minimal, you're probably looking at supply chain issues. All right, number two, severe drought emergency in northern Kenya. Now, reports highlighting a deepening humanitarian crisis in Kenya's Mandera, Wajir, and Garissa regions. I probably should have said Kenya, where prolonged droughts has led to livestock deaths, child malnutrition, and disease outbreaks due to vanishing water sources, affecting millions and prompting urgent international aid calls. Now, why is this important to preppers? Water scarcity is a core prepper concern. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. Water, food security, in that order. And this event underscores how climate-amplified droughts, basically things are getting drier there in Africa, can rapidly overwhelm local resources, leading to famine and migration. Here we go with that migration word again, huh? Everybody's looking for the best thing to go to. It emphasizes the need for advanced water purification systems, rainwater harvesting setups, and long-term storage solutions. Things like, the 1 gallon per person per day, basically for like 3 months, and as similar patterns could hit arid U.S. regions like the Southwest amid rising global temperatures. Now, with all that said, there's a lot of global warming talk in there, but the reality is that climate shift does happen. It is happening constantly. Look at the Dust Bowl. We had that happen here in the United States. It could happen again. Will it? We don't know. But water, food, security. All right. Number 3, deadly floods and landslide in Indonesia. As of today, Indonesia's National Disaster Agency reported 712 deaths and 507 missing from catastrophic flooding and landslides on Sumatra, making one of the deadliest natural disasters in the country's recent history, with widespread infrastructure collapse and urgent rescue operations that are ongoing. Now, why is this important to preppers? Flash floods exemplify sudden onset disasters to destroy homes, roads, and utilities without warning, highlighting vulnerabilities in flood-prone areas. Preppers in coastal or riverine zones should focus on elevated bug-out locations, waterproof emergency kits, and evacuation plans, while reinforcing home food barriers. lessons that apply to increasing U.S. hurricane and monsoon risks. Now, do not let the fact that we had hurricane season without a hurricane this last year affect us, because as I talked yesterday, Jamaica got wiped out. If you doubt what I say, please go do the research. These people got wiped out. I believe that even, what is it, Bear Independence Group there? I can't remember the name of it. Put it in the chat for me, guys. Is actually sending people over there now, like leaving the United States to go help them because they got schwacked. Sorry. This is a one-shot, guys. I don't edit this one. I just read it and talk to you about it. All right, number 4, record surge in global arms sales amid geopolitical tensions. Now, in Stockholm, this is going to be a little UN-y, but just bear with me. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, also known as SIPRI, released data yesterday showing arms revenues for the top 100 producers hit a record $679 billion in 2024. That's up 5.9%, and it's driven by conflicts like Ukraine and Middle East escalations, with the U.S. firms leading the boom. So war is profitable. Now, why is this important to us as preppers? Stockpiling, skyrocketing militarization reflects a world edging, and I don't mean in a good way, edging toward multi-front wars, increasing risks of arms proliferation, black market weapons, and civilian-targeted conflicts. This trend validates investing in personal defense training, securing firearms storage, and community alliances, as preppers may face heightened threats under unrest and optimistic crime in destabilized environments. Yeah, so basically get your guns, learn to use them, because, well, if things come your way, which I hope they don't, and I won't predict that they do or will, you gotta be on your toes. You gotta be ready. You have to be willing to pull the trigger when the time comes, and the way to do that is through practice. Through that is practice. 1 second. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's see. And the last one. And this is more UN-y, actually. So as of yesterday, the UN Trade and Development Body, also known as UNCTAD, UNCTAD, forecasted global economic growth dropping to 2.6% in 2025 from 2.9% in 2024, citing trade volatility, geopolitical uncertainty, and protectionist tariffs affecting nearly 20% of imports. Now, why is this important for preppers? Economic slowdowns often precede inflation spikes, job losses, and supply shortages. Hallmarks of the 2020s disruption that bolstered prepper awareness, the jab, COVID, that kind of thing. This signals urgency for financial prepping, like cash reserves, barterable goods, things like ammo and tools, alcohol, cigarettes, if you like that kind of thing, and skill building for self-sufficiency, as recessions could exacerbate food and fuel scarcity in vulnerable households. Yeah. So hopefully you guys are liking what I'm doing here, how I'm getting the news to relate to preparedness, and introducing some of the new things that I'm doing around here. So, yeah, as usual, guys. Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah. Wait. Over here. Something over here. Another video. Watch another video. It's good for you. Love you. Bye.